So let's get into the actual creative element of the video and just how it's going to be executed. So as we alluded to earlier, we'll be using a combination of real people as well as actors playing scenarios, and the information will be revealed with lots of talking into the camera from the RM, as well as grabs of family and friends and other residents speaking to the camera, talking about their experiences, which is similar stories, as well as titles on the screen, and we use as transitions in between sequences, very cinematic and very engaging, very impactful, dynamic black title cards with statistics and key information as a way of moving from one sequence to the next. So essentially we open up with a wide shot of a skyline. It's a time-lapse shot, clouds are moving, it's very foreboding, very sense of, I guess, doom and gloom and trouble in paradise. We dissolve from that shot to an interior, one end of a dark, isolated, somewhat eerie corridor, and we deliberately slow track on a low angle all the way down the corridor towards the last door at the end, and we veer in right and the camera stops on that door. We never actually go inside the door at this stage. I guess the door being closed is a metaphor for what it's like to feel disconnected from the rest of the world when you're suffering depression. But what we do is we reveal and title on the door the name of the actual older person that will be featuring in the video. We cut back from that sequence, okay, to the RM who talks to the camera about what it's like to actually assess depression and how difficult and challenging at times it can be. And here she creates a little bit of context where she introduces us to the resident of concern. We create a little scenario where she tells us that the resident has just lost his wife. Since then he's sort of taken a downward spiral, and you can imagine that this story is actually quite frequent in aged care facilities. So we cut from that information to a title over black, which will actually reveal a startling statistic about the numbers of depression and older people suffering from depression in aged care facilities. From here we cut to an outside garden, so we have the juxtaposition of what it's like to be alone and disconnected and perhaps trapped, feelings of those sort of worthlessness with depression, to the outside garden at the facility where we're introduced to the residents' children, who provide us again on some more context on their father, what he used to be like before the passing of his wife and their mother. So I guess the idea here is that the father could be your dad, my dad, your dad, and the idea of getting them to talk into the camera, talking to us, builds a sense of, I guess, identification and connection in a very intimate way that we could actually, just be like them one day.